In the basis of what this reading is about, you have death. In your current energies, you have the Nine of Pentacles. In your near future, you have the Eight of Wands. Your reversals, there was two that kind of came upright, but these two both, I just felt like they both were meant for this reading. So you have the Six of Cups reversed and then the Devil, and this is like kind of your challenge. And then what's recommended for you is the Three of Cups. So the basis of whatever this reading represents for you, it has to do with something almost like some major change in your life. The Death card indicates, you're closing one door or one phase or one aspect of your life is ending, but a new door is opening. There's a new beginning in a way. There's some kind of transition or transformation that is being made, and you're almost like stepping into kind of like a new phase of your life. Sometimes these are not easy transitions. Sometimes we kind of resist the change, but it's always like you kind of wind up a little bit better on the other end. So something in your life is changing or has been changing, because sometimes I feel like it takes time occasionally, these transitions. They're not as quick or sudden as a tower transition, but they're definitely something where you might be outgrowing an old situation, or you're outgrowing a set of people or whatever it is, or a way of thinking, and you're kind of moving forward or either leveling up, or you're just leaving something behind. Now, in your current energies, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is indicating to me that you are actually very independent. Maybe you're financially stable, or you're at a place where you're more financially stable or more independent within your material aspects, and even mentally. I feel like sometimes the Nine of Pentacles is kind of like that kind of bossing up energy, but it's like after you bossed up, like you're kind of in a place where you're handling your business. You have a really good flow of things. You're kind of handling it. You're holding down the fort. You're keeping everything going. And some of you, the Death card could have indicated that you were moving from an energy of maybe not being fully in control and to an energy now of being in control. So this is what this could have been. Like, you once didn't have the responsibilities or the level that you are currently at. This could be a job. This could even be just if you have your own business, or this could represent anything in your life or your energies, like your family. Maybe you've now taken a more of a, I don't want to say an independent role from the family, but it's maybe you could have like a side hustle or something that is now helping the family out. But there's something that you are within the energies right now of you kind of being, I don't want to say fruitful or abundant, but you're kind of that very independent. Now, what's coming in for you is the Eight of Wands. So there's going to be some kind of quick movement coming in for you. So whatever it is, it's going to be coming into your energies quickly, which is really, really good. And that could be that maybe you're expanding on your Nine of Pentacles, or whatever this independence is. Maybe you're actually still in the process of transitioning from one way or one aspect of your life, and you're in the process right now of being a little bit more independent, or moving into more of an independent role. And I think this is saying then, if let's say that resonates, coming in for you, you're going to be a little bit quickly. It's not going to be lingering so much. You're going to kind of be like, I don't want to say have success a little faster, but if things have been feeling stagnant, because sometimes we resist this transformation a little bit because we're not sure. Sometimes, you stick a toe into something, you're like, okay, feels okay. I'm not really sure if I want to stick my whole foot in. And, sometimes when you stick the foot in, you're like, okay, well, I don't know if I want to get my whole leg in there. So it could just be something that you might have been slowly transitioning from point A to point B. But I think you've gotten to a point where maybe you're like almost through this transition or whatever, where you're now like in the near future, you're like, okay, this isn't that bad. I can do it. Because sometimes it's Nine of Pentacles. I think if you haven't been in this energy for a long time, sometimes it could kind of be a little bit nerve-wracking. Now, this could even be indicating something new that you're doing that is going to be a little bit more independent or a little bit more reliant upon yourself. And I think you're very good at it, but you might still have these little bit of doubts. But I think you're going to get to a point where you feel very confident in your capabilities or your abilities, and then things will be pushing a little bit quicker because you're going to feel you have the confidence and you know you can handle it, type of thing. Now, but in your challenge, we have the Six of Cups reversed And then we have the Devil. No, this is the Four of Cups. I was reading it upside down, guys. Yeah. Whatever, guys. It's the Four of Cups. I was like thinking the five. I thought, because I was reading it upside down. So it was, yeah, okay. Sometimes, you know, we got to read it right side up, guys. We got to read it right side up. Whatever. So anyway, the Four of Cups reversed and the Devil. So I think the challenge for some of you is that you need to watch that you're not like closing yourself off. Typically this Four of Cups, when he's in the upright, he's being given opportunities, but he's a little bit hesitant. He's kind of in a pause mode. But I think in the reverse, he's a little bit more withdrawn. You know, he's not even seeing the opportunities or not even noticing them. Like in the upright, at least he's noticing them, but he's thinking, is this the same crap I've been given all this time? But in the reverse, he might not even be like even looking into something. So I think within this, there might be some type of opportunity or some type of situation that you need to overcome or you need to explore a little bit more. And the Devil reversed, I think for some of you, you might need to really like, I don't want to say look at your shadow side, but maybe look at something. You might be closing off your emotions a little bit too much. Because in the Devil upright, they're having a little bit fun. They're having a little too much fun. But they're aware that they're having fun. You know, they know that some of the stuff they're engaging in is not really good for them, but they're enjoying it, okay? They know, but they know it's not maybe good for them. But I think in the reverse, it's almost like something may not be good for you, but you're not even aware of it. You're not even acknowledging that it has flaws or has problems or there's limitations with it. You're just ignoring it. And I think with these two coming out together, there might be something that you're just, in a sense, like withdrawing from or not even acknowledging that there could be like a hidden issue or there's something a little bit deeper that might need to be revealed. Because I think with the Death is about the transitioning. So sometimes you're focused on that transition. You're focused on that moment. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is they're focused on their, you know, having to be independent, keeping it down, holding it down, you know, making money or whatever. And then the Eight of Wands coming in for you is this kind of like this quick success. So you might be more focused on like, I don't want to say surface stuff because I think this stuff is important. I'm not saying it's not important, but there might be something even like within yourself that you need to kind of be a little bit more aware of because it might not really affect you currently, but it could become a problematic down the road. And considering both these cards wanted to come out, and they're both about kind of like, I don't want to say like hidden stuff, but they're both about kind of not being like open or just, I don't want to say paying attention, but I do feel that. I feel like there might be something that you need to pay attention within yourself or to a situation that you're not really paying attention and you're almost like ignoring, but it could be a red flag, but you're almost like, oh, maybe it's not a red flag. And it could be a red flag within yourself. Maybe whatever this is, there's certain aspects of it that you don't really like or doesn't align with you quite well, but you're ignoring that. But I think this is saying don't ignore it because it could become problematic down the road. Because sometimes, like, if you face it or you deal with it, don't put things off is what I mean. I think there's something that you don't want to just keep putting off. You want to kind of, your challenge is to kind of handle it. And it might be something that you really don't want to deal with right now. Some kind of detail or situation that you don't want to face or kind of be, you know, have to deal with. But I think that you have to deal with it because I think your challenge is to deal with it, is to kind of face it. And this could be something within yourself or something externally. But I think this is also saying that you don't want to just lose your compass or your morality within this. Like, you don't want to get so far into something where now you're losing yourself as well. That's what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, but what's recommended for you is the Three of Cups. And I think this is saying that you just need to, I think you have like other people, because with the Nine of Pentacles, this is super independent energy. And the Death card, sometimes we transition into new phases of our lives and we have to do it alone. Sometimes we don't have help from other people to do that. Because a lot of times I see this as like more of a, I don't say a personal transition. It could be a physical or a group transition. But a lot of times I think we go through these moments where we're really changing something about ourselves. And that's really ourselves doing that. And nobody else really can go through that 100% as you go through it yourself. So And with this Nine of Pentacles, this kind of independent energy, and maybe kind of this, right here is being a little bit more withdrawn and not dealing with certain aspects. The Three of Cups is here saying that you need to be connected, because this to me also could be energy of like obviously being withdrawn. So that means you're not really connecting to others or connecting to other things, because you might be super focused right here, but you need to stay connected. You need to stay connected to those around you that care about you, that are your emotional support. You need to stay connected. Because I wonder if some of you might get into a realm of almost like depression or something where you feel really isolated and you're going to wind up getting stuck because you feel like almost like alone, where you're not alone, but you need to kind of remind yourself and look at those around you who are there for you. Does that make sense? So I think the Three of Cups is, doing some of the fun aspects as well, because these people are having fun. And I'm not saying there's not a lot of fun here, but I think this is a little bit more like focused energy here, and then isolated here. And I think you need to kind of be connected and kind of maybe incorporating a little fun, a little you time in. Because all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You know how that goes. And then you know what happens after that. So we're trying to avoid that. We're trying to avoid that situation, guys. Anyway, let's see what else we get for the cards. Okay, first up we have Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. Sorry if you hear the dog in the background. He's sleeping, he's making funny noises. Anyway, so co-create with Spirit. I think this is saying that if you're feeling a little isolated, that you just need to remind yourself that you're not isolated, because this is all this kind of withdrawn energy, or this kind of like avoidance a little bit. You might be feeling a little alone, especially if you're doing something that's very independent. It's not always easy, and sometimes when we do things that are a little bit more obviously independent, there's not always a roadmap available. Maybe there's a roadmap of how other people did it, but maybe other people are obviously not you, and maybe you're going to do something a little differently, or you might be feeling not entirely sure what the next step is. So I think this is saying sometimes you just have to have faith and have to kind of be open. And I feel like sometimes even just like asking your spirit guides or whoever you believe in, whatever, it doesn't matter, asking for help, sometimes that even just helps put you in a better mindset and kind of makes you a little bit more like, what's the word? What's the word? Not accepting, but I don't know. There's a word, guys. I know some of you are thinking of the word right now, and you're like, it's this word. And I'm like, I wish I knew what you were thinking, but I know you guys know what the word is. Anyway, so it helps you, put you into a little bit more of a mindset of receiving. Okay. Now, receiving like intuition or some kind of guidance like that. That's what I mean. Now you have Amethyst. Trust your intuition. So I think, and then you also have Smoky Quartz. Let it go. Smoky Quartz, sorry. Now, trust your intuition. I think this is that you just have to trust your gut a little bit. Don't close yourself off, because I think you're challenged with the Devil reversed and the Four of Cups reversed, not the Six of Cups, the Four of Cups reversed. You need to just be open, trust your intuition, and kind of trust the things around you that potentially, I don't want to say are good signs or kind of helping you out, but I feel with this Three of Cups, there's some type of like, because they're celebrating, they're harmonious, but I feel like it's a little bit that there might be something around you that's just, it's going to be positive in a way. It's something that is there almost like a hand to help you in a way through whatever, if you're facing some problems. But this is also like, maybe some of this stuff you should celebrate it. You should take the time also to celebrate, and let it go. Some of you might have to let go of some doubts or some type of feeling like you're super alone in a certain situation. Even sometimes this could be certain expectations that are not 100%. You might have to just be a little bit more open and receiving. Because the Three of Cups energy, the way I see this card is that they're open, they're having fun, but within that, it's not to me a card of like any one of them is in control. They're just kind of hanging out, they're having fun. They're shooting the breeze. They're kind of whatever goes, you know, who gets drunk first gets drunk first. You know, maybe they have bets. They know who's going to get drunk first. But it's just a card of just enjoying the moment and enjoying each other. So, and I think sometimes with this Nine of Pentacles, this is a little bit more of like having to be in control. So I think some of you might need to kind of let go of a certain level of control in certain situations and just kind of go with the flow in a way. And almost be like accepting that. Because I wonder if there's some type of stuff that is almost like hindering you, but you might not be wanting to think about it or something. There might be something from the past that has happened that kind of is making you feel withdrawn or some reason, but you need to kind of overcome that. You need to kind of either let go of the control a little bit and then just kind of trust in your intuition or trust that this is going to, whatever this is, it's going to work out very, very well. And see the good things around you that are worth celebrating, or the people that are really, you know, your people, like in your corner. Now, we have engagement ring. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. Now, some of you, I really wonder if some of you, because the engagement ring is not marriage, okay? It's not a wedding ring. Some of you, whatever this is, you might be kind of, you've dated it, okay? Like you've went through the death phase with it. Like you kind of dated it. You transitioned to it, right? So now you're engaged to it. Like this could represent a business or something that you're engaged in, that you're doing independently, but you're engaged. You're not yet fully married to it. You still have like a way out if you need, but, you're more committed to it. So whatever the situation is, I think you're more committed. But this partnership could also be that might be people around you that are very beneficial, but you need to give up your kind of doubt or you're withdrawn. Because maybe there's somebody that wants to help you with this, but you might be suspicious or something. But you need to kind of give up a little bit of that control. But maybe your intuition is saying like, because I feel like some of you might almost be blocking your intuition away, but I think you might have a feeling that this person or this situation is good for you. They're not trying to screw you over, but you might be blocking that because maybe you got screwed in the past. But I think with the engagement ring regarding this is to say that even if you have somebody help you, or if you're willing to incorporate something different, even if you were a little suspicious of it, but you're suspicious just because you're suspicious because of past hurts or past things that has happened, you're not married to it. You could always change it. You could change your mind. I think that's what I'm getting with this engagement ring. You know, I think you need to trust your intuition, but you're not married to it. So you could always have that out if you need, if that makes sense. I don't know if any of this makes sense. Anyway, so now you have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, and give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnerships. And I think this is saying that if you're feeling in this really withdrawn state and kind of just this like blocked energy almost, I think that you need to give something a chance. Because I think there's things here that are very beneficial that will make you very happy. And good unions in a way, whether that's people or situations or whatever it is, but I think you need to give it a chance. And then making the effort, I think you just have to make the effort of trying to either heal from something or just allow, like entertain something in a way, like see how something goes. Like, don't block it off or shut it down, but just see how it develops or it goes. But remember, you're not married to it. Always have like a way out, but you're not married to it. You're just kind of seeing, you're testing the waters, you know, stick the toe in. Now we have every storm runs out of the rain eventually. And I feel like this is you. If you've had something that has happened in the past that's put you into this little like devil reverse, you know, Four of Cups reversed energy where you're a little bit withdrawn. You're not really wanting to face some of the hurts, because the devil reverse could even be like you just don't want to face certain things even within yourself or how something affected you more deeply, but it's actually affecting you without you really realizing it's affecting you. I think this is like saying that the storm that you had gone through prior to your transition to whatever this represents, the rain is running out. Like you're no longer there's gonna be sunny skies. Yeah, sunny skies coming ahead, because the Three of Cups here is about kind of that happiness. So I think that you're headed into more of a happy phase, and I think there's gonna be quicker movement regarding whatever this is, but I think you just have to remind yourself that it can't rain on you forever. Now, we have nucleus, the power within stars. Wait, let me read this again. Nucleus, the power within stars is the power within you. And I think that's very interesting. I think this is saying that you're stronger and you're more capable than you actually really realize, and you have to embrace that. But embracing that, because the stars, they shed light on stuff. So some of this might be that you need to embrace or shed light on certain things within yourself, because this is your challenge about maybe being withdrawn or not really wanting to face certain aspects or even acknowledge how something has affected you in a certain kind of way, or could be subconsciously or like affecting you currently. Maybe it's not something that's like in your face or you're dealing with all the time, but maybe it's like kind of like almost like a nagging something at you, and it's almost preventing you from moving forward due to stuff that has happened in the past. So, but I think this is the shedding light on that, you know, and kind of, I don't want to say accepting, but maybe even sometimes realizing or understanding some of that is very helpful. Now you have root chakra. Security, to feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature. And I think this is extremely important, because the root chakra, when our root chakra is blocked, we're almost like feeling very insecure. We're feeling not connected. We're not feeling safe. So I think for some of you, maybe certain things with this is like you're not fully feeling safe in something, and it could be due to something that has happened in the past that have put you in a little bit of this like energy of not wanting to deal with something or face something, or kind of being closed off. But I think, I just think by connecting in some kind of way, it's going to help facilitate things a little bit forward. Anyway, now for Bob Ross, we artists are a different breed of people. We're a happy bunch. And I really think the Three of Cups, these people are happy. Okay, I don't know what's in these cups. I'm pretty sure I do know what's in these cups. Let's call it for what it is. I'm very sure I know what's in these cups. And they're happy. They're very happy. But they're a happy bunch. And I think that maybe there's other people that are creative. You know, maybe you're a very creative person, and there's other people that are creative that kind of you gel with. Or maybe you just need to kind of get into that creative energy. Because I'm not saying this energy right here is not creative, all of this. But I just think it's more like it might not be as most creative aspects. So you might have to bring in a little of that creativity, because sometimes when we have that creativity, it kind of really sparks anew. It kind of like sheds light on stuff. It makes us super excited. So you might have to bring in a little bit of this like creativity to kind of help, I don't want to say heal this aspect here of this being withdrawn, or kind of, I don't want to say in denial, but I kind of feel like there's something that you're just not dealing with that has to be dealt with. Especially because the devil is here, so it's something probably much larger that's almost hindering you, that you don't want to acknowledge, but you know it's there. Like, you know, but you don't know. It's kind of one of those energies where you know it has something negatively has really affected you and has really deeply rooted. It really deeply affected you, but you might be like, oh, well, it's over, it's done, I'm past it, but you're not really past it. So, and I think that you need to kind of, I don't want to say do some work or figure this out, but don't let this now affect you going forward, because I think there's going to be a lot of movement and a lot of positivity. And I think with the Three of Cups, this might help heal you from some of that. Anyway, let's move on. So you have affirmation card. Your affirmation card is, today I have faith. Today I have faith and truly believe that anything is possible. And I think that's beautiful. And I think that's really, really important, because especially because this is your reverse. Some of you with this, I know, Jesse. Some of you, he's a Pisces too. I know, yeah, you are a Pisces, Jesse. I think he's a Pisces sun and moon. So he's like super Pisces. Okay, honey, I know. I know. Anyway, I think with this withdrawn energy, some of you might, I don't want to say you lost faith in something, but you might almost be like, I feel like it's kind of blah. You might be a little bit blah or not expecting something to go super great, but I think that you just need to believe in yourself and just still have the faith that, with the co-create with spirit here. This is about having faith in something much larger, or just having faith and even just that you are a guide, you have guides or whoever you answer to, that they're in your corner and they want to help you out. So sometimes having faith is just, it's very refreshing. Now for this little thing, we have let sit happen to you, and it says sit happens. And I think sometimes when we sit and we're still, we have to think about certain things. It could be about you need to be mentally present at this moment, but sometimes when you sit, you can kind of have time to really analyze some of these aspects. So some of you might need to just take some time and not focus on everything going on right now around you, but it could be that you might need to just take time away from something, or maybe even explore certain aspects within yourself that you haven't really explored recently. So take that how that works. Now, for your little stress relief and self-care card, you have mental vacation. Objectives: separate your work life from your personal life. As your work day comes to an end, your body and mind have accumulated a lot of stress. You may feel exhausted and mentally drained. It is very common to carry that Okay, let me read this again. It is very common to carry that agitation home with you if you don't create a peaceful transition between your work and personal life. Create a mindful transition from your work day to your home life using a mental vacation visualization practice. By visualizing your perfect relaxation spot, you can put yourself in a calm, restful, and happy state of mind that allows you to move on peacefully to your next responsibilities. And I think this is very important because I think this is a lot of work here, but here is a lot of like maybe personal life, and I think you might need to add a little bit of the fun into your life right now to get a little bit more balanced and maybe be able to kind of overcome some of this withdrawn energy here. Now, let's see what Spirit of the Dish is recommended, or we have for you. What Spirit of the Dish will be with you during this time. You have the Page of Drinks, which is my kind of spirit. It's, I guess, the draft beer of your choosing. These people already have their draft beer. That's why they're so happy. Okay, so the dinner and a movie that will be recommended for you during this time is horror movies and American food. Now, the energies that you either need to tap into or be aware of is Gemini, which is about communications and thought processes. And these are like, I see them as a little bit of a devil's advocate kind of sign. So you might have to think about things in multiple kind of ways or see multiple kind of sides to something. And you also have Cancer here, and this is about emotions and habits. And there might be some emotions that you have to deal with or certain habits you need to kind of realize you have. You also have Uranus, which is about independence and eccentricity, and you have Saturn, which is about restrictions, responsibilities, and life lessons. You have the first house, which is about appearance, ego, interests, and the self. Sorry, the dog. He makes funny noises. I don't know if you could hear all that, but it's a whole commotion going on behind me. And then you have the 10th house, which is about social status, career, and aspirations. And now you have the skull here, which is number 6. So that means it's an even number. So the special guest that'll be answering your questions today, Pisces, will be Mr. Predicto. Think of those questions. He'll be out here shortly. Okay, so now we have AK958414. And you have the lollipop. And I think this is just about having fun. it's kind of, I don't want to say childlike energy a little bit, but it's a little bit kind of having fun. It's also about something, sometimes you have to do something multiple times to eventually get to the core. So you have to, I don't want to say wear it down, but you might have to kind of, you might not fully get results like right away, but I think each time you do something, you're dissolving almost like a layer or a problem of something, and you might need to get to the core. Now, I wonder with this energy, this Devil reverse and this Four of Cups reverse, if there's something that little by little, if you have your guard up, or you're blocking, or you're feeling blocked, I wonder if little by little, being in this Three of Cups energy, this like kind of community or kind of happiness in a way, will help slowly dissolve some of those, the guard or the block that you have, and eventually you'll be able to get to the root of the issue and kind of resolve that where it's not really affecting you as negatively going forward. So take that how that works. And you have joy. And I think this is just, you have to be in that energy of having fun and joy and just being thankful of the things that are going well in your life. And even sometimes when you have that gratitude or you recognize certain things that are going well, it helps put you in a different mindset, which is, could be extremely like, I don't want to say healing, but it could be extremely like rejuvenizing for you. Now, okay, here he is. Okay, Pisces, think of those questions. Oh, Mr. Predicto, the most accurate prediction device to ever run off of batteries. What is the answer to Pisces' question?
Everything points to no.
Okay, so he said everything points to no. Mr. Predicto is a man of many words, and those were the words he chose to speak here today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, lifetime. Okay, hold on.
The answer is unclear. Try again.
Okay, so he just doesn't know. That was his final words. He needed to speak those words before we left here. So anyway, so I hope you have a wonderful day, week, month, lifetime, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.